Please let me finish.
No.
Allow me to finish.
Go on, then.
Allow me to finish. What I'm trying to say to you, just so I can start, tell you how the conversation started. I said, do we agree that Jesus became a baby? You said yes. Then I asked.
As he was that. No.
You said you're changing that. You're changing.
No.
Please, you're changing now.
No.
Okay, I will let you clarify yourself.
Right.
I will let you clarify yourself, but don't interrupt me again, though. Don't interrupt me again, though.
No.
Don't interrupt me again, though.
Anytime you state Jesus baby, you must state he was God and he became a baby.
Okay, that's fine.
State that.
Wait.
Anytime you state that.
You made it easy for me.
He was God and he became a baby.
Listen, my friend, you made it easy for me. Thank you very much, yeah? So Jesus, as God, he became a baby. You made it really easy for me. Thank you very much, yeah?
That's good.
And so we agreed that the nature of the baby is weak. You said yes. You said the nature of the baby that he needs to eat food. You said yes.
And he's still God.
And I also asked you, does the baby need his mother to look after him? You said yes.
You did.
So now let's understand Jesus in his divine nature, yeah? So Jesus, whilst he was a baby, he was also God.
Yes.
Therefore, in order for someone to become a baby, in order for an all-powerful, all-knowing God to become a baby, he must diminish his divine attributes. The reason why is, do we also agree, just so we can see if we're both on the same page?
What do you mean by diminishes that divine attributes?
I'll understand that for you now, yeah? So when I'm saying, for example, the nature of God is that he's all-powerful and he's perfect. When you become a baby, you're not powerful, you're not strong, and you need a mother to look after you. So I want to ask you the question. That's fine, you can. Okay. So I want to ask you the question, if Jesus was in need of his mother to look after him, does that mean God needs a mother to look after him? Does that mean that Jesus, in his divine attributes, he was also all-powerful because he's God, but at the same time he was weak? Because you agreed with the principle that a baby is weak. Yeah, I'll get to that, brother. I'll get to that. So you said Jesus as a baby was weak, but Jesus, a God, he's not weak. He's all-powerful. So how can Jesus be all-powerful but be weak at the same time? If you don't mind me, answering the question, please.
Right.
Go for it.
Right.
I'll let you
So
speak.
when we say God, when we say Jesus, we say God has become man. But when we say God has become man, it doesn't mean his nature has been converted into becoming a man.
Okay.
So he's assumed the body. So the divine being still remains, but he's become a man. He's become a baby. So
is it 100% God and 100% human, by the way? Sorry to interrupt you, but is it
100% God?
Okay.
And 100% human.
Can we, if you don't mind, can we analyze that, please? So when you're saying that Jesus, as a baby, he was 100% God and 100% human, I want to analyze it because I'm gonna go back to the earlier point. When I said the reason why I asked you if a baby, the nature of the baby is weak, because I understand that the nature of God is all powerful. So how do you make a baby who's also weak but all powerful at the same time? Because God by nature is all powerful. The nature of the baby is to be weak. So how can you solve these contradictions? If you could answer that for me, please.
So there's the contradictions is because you see in Christ you have two natures. One person.
Two natures, one person. Okay, that's fine. And that one person is Jesus as God.
As the divine person.
Jesus in his divinity.
As a divine person.
And then he has two natures.
Right.
So one nature is the human nature, and one nature is the divine nature.
Right.
So whilst he was just to clarify, sorry,
So he has become
a baby.
Has become a human. So he's assumed the human nature.
But he's still God, though.
So he's still divine nature, but it's come as a human nature.
Okay.
That's why it talks about, when he talks about him not knowing, because it says he did not seek to be equality with God, but made himself lower than God and find himself like as a servant. That's Christ.
Do you believe that God can limit himself?
In what you mean, God?
For example, like, can God diminish his divine attributes? For example, do we agree that God is by nature is all powerful?
Yes.
Do we agree that God can diminish his attributes of being all powerful?
No, God doesn't. But he doesn't.
He doesn't. So God did not diminish his attributes of being all powerful.
No.
So when God was a baby, did he not diminish his attributes of being all powerful?
No.
But why? His mother needed him to look after him.
No, because you see, listen.
Yeah.
It's a person's and nature. You mustn't mix the two.
Okay, I'm not mixing the two.
Okay.
I already understood that you said there's two natures.
Yeah.
You said Jesus has a God nature and Jesus has a human nature. I'm trying to understand Jesus.
But the person, but the person who's divine can speak through the human nature, which then would be limited. But the limitation is only through the human nature.
So I want to ask you a question now. Do we believe that can someone be perfect and imperfect at the same time?
A person.
Yes. Can a baby be perfect and imperfect at the same time?
A baby?
Yeah.
A a baby depends in what context.
Okay, so now Jesus, when he was a baby, he was also a human nature and he had his divine nature now,
Yes, yes.
So of course the human nature basically means that he's weak, he's imperfect. The God nature basically means that he's perfect, he's all powerful. So can Jesus as God be perfect and imperfect at the same time?
Yes, he can in that context.
That's a contradiction.
No, it's not, because
Okay.
hold on, listen.
Okay.
Listen, you haven't listened. That's what I'm saying.
So that's not a contradiction then. Okay.
No,
So
because
can you explain to me? Can you
Right.
explain to me how can someone
Right.
be imperfect and perfect at the same time?
Because the person,
I'll give you the example.
Because the person inhabits is that he's always the divine that person, but that same divine person is always perfect, but he's also inhabiting a baby which you would term as imperfect, but a baby isn't necessarily imperfect.
Bro, that was really confusing. But
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you the question again.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just want to answer, please. Yeah. Do we agree that someone, Jesus as God, can be perfect and imperfect at the same time? Is that possible?
No, you haven't really
I
engaged with my thing. I'm not answering that because
okay,
you
don't want to answer
really,
that question.
No, because reason being, you haven't really listened.
Okay, no, I have listened.
you haven't listened.
Let's give examples now.
No, you haven't
No,
listened.
let's give examples. Let's give examples.
What am I talking
Let's
about?
give examples. Let's give
Listen,
examples.
Engage with what I'm saying. If you engage with what I'm saying, I've said about a person. I've talked about a person, right? So the person. If you engage with my person and divine nature and the human nature, then yeah, we can talk.
Okay.
But you ain't engaging.
Okay.
You're doing what Islam or the Muslims do.
To be honest, what I'm doing is, look, in the Quran, let me tell you what I'm doing, yeah? In the Quran, Allah uses arguments with the Christians to understand why God cannot become a baby. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Because for my approach, I'm just using the Quran and Sunnah. So what I'm saying to you is, can I speak please? So in the Quran, Allah says that Jesus used to eat food. Jesus and Mary used to eat food. The reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this is because me and you both agree that the nature of the God is self-sufficient. He does not need his creation for sustenance. He does not need his mother for sustenance. But when we see, so when we see Jesus in his divinity, I'm not talking about his human nature. I'm talking about Jesus in his divinity. He still needs his mother to look after him. Does Jesus as God need to eat food?
No, he doesn't. As God, he doesn't need to food. But but he eats food as a human. So right, okay, we'll say this to you. No, listen. He said about eating food. Right, I'm going to spot the scenario. Jesus said, right, he said to the thing, Father, glorify me with the glory I had before the world began. Right, I'm going to ask you a lovely question. Both of you are very intelligent. Before the world began, when Jesus was there, did he need to eat food?
Firstly, I don't believe that Jesus existed before the world began. Firstly, I don't believe that.
So now you don't believe what I say. So you're not even engaging in what I'm saying.
No, look.
You got engaged with what I say. If you don't
I think you misunderstood me.
No, I haven't misunderstood.
Let me tell you why.
You're trying to play a narrative.
Let me tell you why.
A Muslim narrative.
Okay, you keep making a lot of accusations, but you're not substantiating too much.
I am
substantiating. Look how calm and relaxed I am. You're getting a bit shaky, but it's all good. No problem. It's fine. What I'm trying to say, look, I'm trying to engage, yeah. But when we say engaging, it's not from your subjective perspective of view. When we engage, when we engage, we have to engage.
I told you it was from
Can I speak, please?
Go on, then.
When we engage, we have to determine logical conclusions as well. So that's why. So the reason why I'm going to ask you is that me and you both agree that God by nature is self-sufficient. So when I'm saying Jesus became a baby, you affirmed that he had two natures. You affirmed that he had a human nature, and you affirmed that he had a God nature. So we both look. I'm understanding you. I'm understanding you 100%. So when I just clearly asked you that. I just clearly said to you that Jesus had two natures, God nature and human nature, and you said yes.
Wait.
Can I finish?
If you understood that,
you're going to have to let me finish.
No, go on. You haven't understood.
You're going to have to let me finish. So when I'm specifically giving the example of Jesus being a baby, because I understand that Jesus has two natures. That's fine. But
no, you don't.
Look.
Listen.
Wait. Are you speaking for the camera? Look.
Yeah, I am speaking to the camera.
Look, when I asked you the question, when Jesus, can he be perfect and imperfect at the same time? You said, yes, he can be. I'm telling you, that's a logical contradiction.
No,
that's a paradox. Someone, for example, can someone be all-knowing and not all-knowing at the same time?
Yes, he can.
Explain to me how, please.
He can, in a sense that as God, as God, he knows all things. But as a man, he can.
I disagree with you, by the way.
He can choose.
The Bible contradicts your statement.
He can choose not to know.
Choosing
things.
is different. Choosing is different.
Yeah, but he does.
Choosing is different. But in the Bible, let's go to the passage because you're talking about like knowing now, yeah. So in the Bible, when it clearly states that no one in the heavens or earth, neither the Son
That's
Yeah,
what
wait,
Christ
please,
reveals.
please, can I respond?
Yeah.
Neither the Son knows the hour. That's
Yeah.
not talking about Jesus in his human form. That's talking about Jesus in his divinity.
As a son.
What I see a lot of the time from Christians
Yeah.
is what they try to do. They try to switch the natures like a light bulb.
No,
on,
no.
off, on, off. Human, God nature. Human, God nature. That does not make sense, my friend. Because let me tell you why. I'll finish off, yeah? I want you to let's break this down. So in the Bible, when clearly Jesus stated, yeah, that no one in the heavens and earth, neither the Son. When it's talking about Son, that's talking about Jesus in his divinity.
Let's talk about Jesus as a son, as a person.
That's okay. Now you have to provide your evidences now for that,
That
please.
is because they're
Provide the
persons.
evidences.
All right. So Jesus before. So if I said to you, any of the disciples, right? Who has Jesus said to that no one knows the hour? The hour.
He's speaking to his disciples.
He's speaking to his disciples.
Yep.
Tell me of the disciples who of them reasoned like a Muslim and stopped worshipping Jesus.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Right.
I don't understand your question.
No, what you're saying,
I didn't understand your question.
No, so what you're saying is basically.
Did you understand this question?
All right, I'll make it logical for you, right? Yeah. So Jesus revealed that he does not know the hour. Yeah. Right. So from that, you're making a conclusion that right, he's revealed that he does not know the hour, but therefore he can't be God. Right. That's what you're losing as a Muslim. Yeah. That's what you're saying. So I'm saying to you. That is what you as Muslims have reasoned. I'm saying that Jesus revealed that to his disciples who were there. They were with him.
Do we agree that Jesus is not a liar, right?
Hold on.
Do we agree that Jesus is not a liar,
Jesus
right?
not a liar.
So like when Jesus clearly made that statement that no one knows the hour, even the Son does not know the hour, neither the angels in the earth knows the hour. That's an explicit statement of Jesus not understanding the hour and not knowing the knowledge of the hour. Therefore, by nature, we agree that God by nature is all-knowing and all-powerful. What my point is to you is, let's go back to the topic. My point to you, we're going to address it, no problem. My point to you is that things that are logically contradictory by nature cannot be true. God cannot be all-knowing and knowing at the same time. God cannot be perfect and imperfect at the same time. When you Christians make God into a baby, when you worship the exact same baby and prostrate to a baby, that is ridiculous. As Muslims, we have fitrah, yeah? We have natural inclination, yeah? We all have a natural inclination to believe in one creator. We all have a natural inclination to not believe in one creator and three persons or three persons and one creator. That does not make logical sense. When literally Jesus was being a baby, he was being looked after his mother. Like, I want you to understand logically. Don't you just think about it that literally Mary had God in his hands. You still haven't engaged. I will engage. Look, just think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. Let me finish and then you can speak. I'll let you speak. No problem. Right. Look, I'm being respectful to you. I'll let you speak. Mary was literally holding Jesus in her hands. You're repeating the same thing. Let me tell you why. Okay, wait. Wait. So this is Mary. She's holding Jesus in her hands. According to Christians, that same baby has two natures, and one of the natures is God. One of the natures that Jesus has been God. You literally believed a creation of Allah is holding Allah in our hands. Yes. Because as a man. Because he's a man. Because he's become a man. You see, you haven't still engaged. You haven't really engaged. Because you see, you haven't engaged and you don't even engage even your own. You literally said the creation was holding God. All right. A creation of God was holding God. Yeah, as a man. No, because Jesus also had his divinity as well. So not just as a man, in his divinity as well, because he had two natures. Yes, but you can't hold divinity. No, but she was. Mary was holding Jesus in God in his hands. She's holding. Yeah, but she's holding a man. With the God nature. Yeah, no, not with the God nature. You just said that he has two natures. The person. But he had two natures. Where's the God nature then? So where's the God nature? Everywhere. What do you mean it's everywhere? The God nature is part of Jesus. The God nature is everywhere. The Son fills everywhere. So wait, now I want to understand this even more now. Yeah. So Jesus. Yeah, no, you can't. Exactly. So it's not everywhere then. Jesus is not. You're not Jesus. You can't. Exactly. You said it's everywhere. Jesus. That's what I said. Okay, look. Let's clarify. He's everywhere. I'm gonna let you redeem it. I'm gonna let you redeem yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna let you redeem yourself. Yeah. I'll let you redeem yourself. I'll let you redeem yourself. Engaging what I said. Jesus. You're just repeating something that I've. When Mary was holding Jesus, yeah, as a baby. Yes. Was Mary holding Jesus as a baby in his two natures, right? The human nature and the God nature. So Mary was holding God in her hands. No, she was holding a person of Jesus. Person who is divine, who is God. Divine, exactly. You admitted it. As a man. No, you haven't. In his divinity. As his humanity. Where was Jesus? You admitted and you affirmed that Jesus has two natures. Yes. One of the natures is human and God. Yes. Therefore, Mary, when she was holding Jesus in her hands, she was holding Jesus as God. So she's basically
Yes.
exactly.
As a man,
Thank you.
As a man, no.
So where was God?
No.
So where was Jesus as God? He vanished.
No.
He ran away.
No. You have not.
Where did he go?
You have not.
He went to
repeated
Canada.
my statement. You have not repeated my
Give me an
statement.
example.
No, you haven't repeated my statement. You haven't repeated.
You literally
what I
said.
stated.
You
No, you
okay.
haven't. You haven't.
Okay. Should I tell you what you
has
said?
become a man. Go on then.
Should I tell you what you said?
Yeah, go
So
on.
when I asked you the question that Mary,
Yes.
the Virgin Mary, which we bless, Allah has praised in the Quran.
Yes.
There's a whole surah about her as well, Surah
Yeah.
Maryam. Okay, firstly. So we praise Maryam, but we're just trying to give an example, yeah, to understand. We're not disrespecting Mary at all.
Yeah.
Christians are disrespecting Mary by saying
No,
that.
we're not.
So what they say is that Mary, when she was holding Jesus as a baby, okay, when she was holding Jesus as a baby, I asked you the question that when she was holding Jesus as a baby, Jesus had two natures. One of the natures is a human nature, and the other nature is a divine nature. Therefore, Jesus was holding God.
No,
Mary was holding Jesus as God.
As God, as a man.
Thank you very much.
As
You
a
answered
man.
my question. Stop.
As a man.
Wait.
You haven't- No.
So where-
no. God
where
as a
was-
man.
where was
No,
Jesus and his
no.
divinity?
God
It's
as a man.
changing,
You
man.
haven't
Well
really-
played, well played,
you
Akhi.
haven't- I told
Well
you
played,
where's
Akhi.
his divinity.
Yeah, brother.
His divinity is everywhere. So you haven't engaged with that. His
Contradiction,
divinity
brother.
is
First-
everywhere. Still as a man. So you haven't really. No.
Divinity is everywhere.
You haven't-
Is divinity
you haven't-
inside you? Divinity inside you? Divinity inside you?
As Jesus
So
as a
in
God,
Christ.
as a thingy, just does not you know
So
the
all
difference.
creation was made by Jesus.
This is an example of Jesus
So,
as a God
so
and as a
Jesus
human.
has made everyone.
Yeah.
Your Allah has made no one. No, your Allah has made no one. Your Allah doesn't even know the best scriptures to know. So your Allah is all-knowing.
Okay, firstly,
Your
Allah.
Allah is
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Your Allah is not all-knowing.
Okay, wait. Allah is not all knowing. Okay, wait, one
He
second.
doesn't know.
Look, I have no
He
problems.
doesn't know the
I have no
best
problem
scripture.
speaking about
He
Islam.
doesn't know
Okay, firstly,
the best
I want to ask you the
scriptures
question. Did,
He doesn't even know
can
when
I
the
ask,
sun
if you don't,
sets.
can I ask you a question?
He doesn't even know the
Can I
sun
ask you a
sets.
question?
Yeah, go on.
Did Allah get killed by the Romans?
Allah.
Did he get killed by the
does
Romans?
not
No.
know-
Did Allah get killed by the Romans?
Allah.
Did
does
Allah get
not
killed by the
know
Romans?
Where the
He made the
sun
Romans.
sets.
Did Allah
So
did Allah get killed by the
cannot
Romans?
be God.
Okay, firstly, when he said,
His Allah cannot be God.
okay, why is Allah not
Yeah?
all-knowing?
Allah is not all-knowing.
Why are you shouting? Why are you speaking with the
You know
camera?
why? Because
Why are you speaking for the camera?
he does not know
Why
where
are you
the
speaking?
sun
You're speaking to me.
sets.
You're speaking to me.
I'm speaking to
Okay, so
everyone.
now you mentioned the
Just
Quranic
know.
verse.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he
appeared.
does not know
Okay, firstly,
sunsets.
now you made a claim. You lied against the Quran. Yeah,
Absolutely.
no problem. This individual lied against the Quran.
Allah does
wait,
not know
let
where
me respond to
sun
that.
sets.
So you're
Go
saying
on.
Allah does not know where the sun sets. Why?
Yes.
Because it sets under the murky water, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
wait.
does
Let
the
me
sun
respond.
set under
I already know what you're gonna say.
Go on.
According to Zulkarnain, it appeared to him that the sun set it under the murky water.
Right.
So firstly, you
Swear
lied.
by Allah,
Firstly,
does
firstly,
it-
firstly,
swear by
firstly, you
Allah,
lied. Firstly, you
does
lied.
the text say it
Firstly,
appeared to him?
firstly you lied.
Swear
Firstly you
by
lied.
Allah, I'm saying
Firstly you
you
lied.
lied.
Firstly you lied.
You are
lied.
lying.
Let's go to the verse.
In
Akhi, get the verse.
text, it
Get the
does
verse,
not
Akhi.
say appear.
Allah.
Where does it say appear?
Allah.
So where
No, no.
does it say appear?
We're gonna get the verse.
All right, then.
Look, wait one second. Are you having a conversation with me? Are you speaking to the people? Yeah.
I'm speaking
So I'm
to
gonna get the
everyone.
verse right now. Yeah. Allah
Where
did not
does it say-
say. Allah did not say the sun sets in the murky water.
He did.
Wait. Allah did not
He
say
did.
that. Wait.
It's
Allah did not
Allah
say that.
says.
It clearly
Is
stated.
the Quran Allah's word?
It clearly stated, according to the individual, when he saw it, it appeared to him that the sun set it
No,
under the murky
it
water.
didn't.
Wait,
No,
one
it
second.
didn't.
One second. The
No,
brother's gonna
it
get the verse in the Quran. And look at this individual. Look at the way you change the conversation. I literally said to you that you literally believe that Mary was holding Jesus in her hands. Literally, and I asked you the question, Jesus in his God nature, Mary was holding in her hands. Do I believe that I can hold God in my hands? Astaghfirullah al-Azim.
You said-
No, wait.
you kept on
Now,
saying God nature and you're lying.
No.
You're lying.
You literally affirmed.
I said
Wait.
I said
Go on, I'll let you speak.
that Mary
So
held
Mary,
Jesus
as a baby,
in his human nature.
No, but you said
right?
no. That's a lie now.
But no,
you lied. Let me tell you why you're
I
lying.
didn't
Let me tell you why
lie.
you're
No, I
lying.
didn't. I've
Let me tell
never
you why you're lying.
stated- Go on
Let me
then.
tell you why you're
Go on
lying.
then.
Because we agreed early in the conversation.
No, we didn't. Go
You
on.
don't even know what I'm saying.
Go on,
No, we
go on,
didn't.
go on.
Okay, we agreed early in the conversation that you believe that Jesus has two natures.
Yes.
One of the natures is Jesus in his divinity, which is his God, and one of the natures is his human nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I asked you the question that as a baby, did Jesus have two natures? He said yes. I asked you what are the natures? One of the natures is God nature. One of the natures is human nature. So Mary,
Yes.
she was carrying God as a baby. Mary was providing sustenance for God. Mary was the same individual that's
Yes.
providing Jesus to eat food. And that's why Allah in the Quran says that Jesus and Mary used to eat food.
Yeah, but in
Simple,
what context?
logical, understand?
We said, and God became man
God
as a
found
man.
it as if setting in a spring of dark mud water. He found it.
So he found
It doesn't even say Allah. No, he said Allah. He said Allah. He said, wait. This individual's
As
life.
he found it.
You lied. Listen, you lied against the Quran. Wait.
Whose words are those?
Wait.
Whose words are that? Is that Allah's words or is it Dalkanar?
You said Allah said You said yeah.
Yeah. Those are Allah's words.
You said,
Those are Allah's
listen,
words.
you tried to be a scientist and you tried to say that Allah said in the Quran that, you know,
does.
the sun sets in the murky water.
Who is reporting the story?
Clearly, wait,
Allah is reporting
wait,
the story.
Clearly, it says Zulqarnain, it's talking about Zulqarnain. Can you please tell me, if it's talking about Zulqarnain, how does Allah is saying that it sets in the murky water? When it's talking about,
who is revealing it?
The seers.
It's the Quran, it's Allah's words.
Listen, this is such a, listen, my friend,
Allah's
my friend,
repeating that.
my friend, this is,
my friend, Allah know
my friend,
where the sun sets.
Okay, simple as that.
Doesn't know where the sun sets.
Okay,
Oh my
listen,
days.
I'm surprised that you mentioned it's such a weak argument, to be honest. This argument has been refuted so many times. We're refuting it one more time. And right now, even, wait, one second. One second. Okay, Mr. Scientist, yeah, Mr. Scientist. You've definitely read the Quranic verse. You definitely said, Allah, according to you, apparently said that He sits in the murky water. Listen, look, you Christians are lost. You're not confused. You don't have to mention these random side points that have nothing to do with the conversation. Let's talk about, look, our concept of God.
That's why when we talked about miracles, all you had to do, you talked about your
I'll talk about Islam. Wait.
There's no miracle.
Let me ask a
You don't even know what a miracle is.
Let me ask a
Any man can write a Quran and write a book. Can write a book. They are the words of Muhammad.
Give me an example.
The Quran are
Brother, he's
the
preaching
words
now.
of Muhammad.
Are you speaking to the cameras? Are you speaking to the cameras? Yeah, because you're not.
So where they are
Listen.
only the words of Muhammad.
Give me an
What
example
Muhammad
of
has
God the
stated.
Son.
What
Give me an
Muhammad
example of
has
his
stated.
This is not productive. This is not productive anymore. So listen.
Well, you haven't listened.
Look,
You really listen.
brother, he's rambling. Brother, he's gonna ramble. The more you talk, the more he's gonna talk as well. You have to deal with him. Listen, look, let's go. Listen, I want to be honest. I want to conclude. Listen, to be honest, I want to conclude the conversation. Listen.
You know why?
Listen, you're not.
You can't conclude.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
you haven't really
You
listened.
literally believe
Listen,
that
you haven't
Mary
really
was holding
listened.
God in her hands. That's the biggest disservice you could do to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Right,
that's the
your
biggest
view.
disservice. You
That's
literally
your
believe
view.
the
You
creation
see?
the creation of
That's
Allah.
your
Wait.
view.
The creation of
That's
Allah.
your view.
The creation of
You
Allah
see?
subhanahu wa ta'ala is holding
That's your
God
view.
in her hands. Now this
Jesus
is
can
no
do
wait.
what he wants.
No wait.
Jesus came as a man, and your Allah
Can God
do
cease to exist?
anything about it.
Can
See?
God cease to exist?
Your Allah is so weak.
Simple argument.
He can't stop Jesus
Okay.
coming as a man.
So wait.
And he also
Allah's supposed to be
rose
weak.
again.
You're just preaching. You're just
by
going left,
the
right, center.
power of the Father.
You're afraid to have a conversation.
No, when
Jesus
Christians don't make any
rose
sense, they
again
start talking.
by the Father's power, not by Allah's lead.
Are you speaking to the cameras?
No word.
Are you speaking to the cameras?
That's why.
Exactly, yeah.
Even
This is a tactic. You know when people are scared, they just go left, right, center. Yeah, you're scared.
The Jews mocked Allah.
This is a tactic.
And says Allah's hands are tied.
Listen. This is a sign of defeat.
You say
خلاص. Okay, basically, listen, this individual is scared. He's running away. He's deflecting. This is what Christians do. This is what Christians do. What they do is they deflect, they right away, they speak, they shout. He's not able to have a conversation, as you can see. This individual clearly said that Mary was holding God as a baby. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah.
Christians have got nothing else.
Astaghfirullah azim. Khalas, leave him. We shouldn't discuss with people like him, to be honest. At the end, when he was being insincere, I should have walked away straight away, to be honest. The last 10 minutes was not a worthwhile conversation. So this individual literally said that Mary, a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, was holding God in her hands. Astaghfirullah azim. God is supposed to be the all-powerful, all-knowing, all-wise. Jesus, by nature, of course, he was a human being. He was imperfect. God by nature is perfect. Something cannot be perfect and imperfect at the same time. Anyways, assalamu alaikum. I'm going to conclude the conversation. Khalas, finish. Leave it, yeah. The last